Hi, welcome to Texas Longhorn MIGHOW, your source for Red Pill Truth. Today we're going to do a topic. Sorry, I had to give me some water. Today we're going to do a topic. Why do girls 18 on up go for the F-boys? You know, the bad boys. We're going to call them bad boys. So I'm going to use that term bad boy. You know, I don't know what attracts them. And usually the case is when the guy is hotter, usually got felonies and been arrested, so to speak. So now we're going to cover this. We are going to cover this. All right. Someone named Anonymous. All right, someone named Anonymous posted in Quora, so to speak. She posted in Quora. All right. She posted in Quora, so to speak. Now we're going to talk about this, okay? And I'm going to bring you the red pill truth about this matter. So, Anonymous wrote, I was at the school the other day. A girl unknowingly pointed to my crush and asked me, would you go out with that guy? My crush is one of those typical nice guys anyways. I asked her who was she pointing to, and she clarified that she was actually pointing to this guy sitting next to him, who, surprised, is a bad boy. Went on to say that my crush was too nice. This girl, by the way, has been played many times and find it hard to have long and meaningful relationships. So this starts out very young. I used to find it hard to believe that my crush was single, but now I know why. But I do have to admit, I'm happy there is no competition. So when the girl goes for the nice guys, she gets to keep her. He knows how to properly treat a female in a relationship and knows how to properly do things right. And they can actually have long, fulfilling marriages. That's actually the proper way to go about it in this, this dating landscape. Now, the media, the feminism, and all these little celebrities pushing this narrative that girls should go for, play the field, go play the field. Go and get the bad boys. Look, you can have it all. The world is yours. You see what I'm saying right here? So this scenario led me to conclude that a lot of girls these days are too stupid, too gullible, or too superficial to realize that nice guys are the ones you keep forever, and the bad boys are the ones you don't bother with because they end up cheating. Are you seeing this? This happens all the time. A girl said their bad boy is their own one and only, but end up in a rant in Facebook saying how all men are trash because all of them cheat. Apparently, that is pure BS, because I have a lot of guy friends who are the sweetest beings ever. So, you see, whenever feminism gets pushed out there in society, it ruins the dating landscape. It ruins the females. The ones that swallow that Kool-Aid, you see? And I think it personally has to do with the maturity level. And I agree with that. And I say that because my crush is loved by all older people that meet him. And for example, the teachers, especially female teachers who always talk to me about him, say that he's so polite and charismatic, so to speak. And they would never say the same about one of the any other bad boys, okay? The ones always in trouble all the time. Those are what the girls go after. But other people our age will say that he's too nice. Anyway, back to the story. I had to get up and take care of some things. So, my thoughts are, how can someone be too nice? That means they just care more and will treat you right in the relationship because, surprise, they're nice, duh. Another thing could be that some people don't see nice guys as dominant in bed, which is stupid. They don't even give them the chance to be. Okay? This is the real thing different. Girl said to me. If a girl says she doesn't like a guy because he's too nice, then she's probably not the right type of girl to that guy that should be looking for. They're obviously not mature enough for a relationship. Let her not really get cheated on soon. She will realize their mistake is not choosing the nice guys, the right guys, so to speak. So, all right, the bad boys are going to, the bad boys okay, just talk about the peace leave thing. So now, anyways, the world of dating is no exception. So, anyways, we're going to talk about this. All right, in the dating, the girl gets bored easily, especially by signing up on Tinder. They always have a plan B, and thousands of guys text them. That's basically beta orbiters, so to speak, beta orbiters. Therefore, the more you supply intense emotions, excitement, and sensation to a female, the more chances you get her attention in a little while. Anything else irrelevant for most women below 30 years old. The bad boys, whatever it means by a subjective term or other names, are allowed and entertained to do a much better job of this fast reward thing than nice, boring guys, and therefore get in front of the line for fun having. All right? These are the Pookies and Ray Rays that we're talking about. After a certain age, the biological clock kicks in. They start realizing that they will never get the cool guy, and they settle for less than what they want, except a few that are good enough. Whatever that means, because subjective term, to get the cool guy. Note, there's a major danger to be with a woman who settled for you thinking that she could have gotten better. Cases of abuse and manipulation are common in the West. Are you getting this? But the popular culture is too focused on pretending only men are bad. The popular culture here talking about is feminism. Okay, one word, if you're not good and attractive to girls, don't marry the one is out of your league. She'll eat you alive. That's a warning right there. So, anyways, we're fixing to move on to the next one. I'm going to go get me some water and be right back. Now, I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry I had to take a little water break. Okay, because more often we're not more confident and straight. We're not. Now we're more confident and straightforward with what we want out of her. Unlike most guys who try to be friends and become real close before they are the thing. Many guys think this is what you have to do in order for her to like you. That's being friend zone. Excuse me. So many guys think this is what you have to do in order to get her to like you. However, it's pretty common that the longer you wait to show her your intent, the more she is losing interest in you in that way. Excuse me. So if you show that girl instantly what you want and you are obvious about it, the better luck you will have. Basically, confidence, being straightforward, is actually making a move. Girls don't want soft guys who are scared of shit, right? Show you are nervous or scared to talk to her, it shows you lack self-confidence or low self. It shows you lack self-esteem and confidence. This is never a good sign to a girl. If you can't be confident, fake it until you make it, son. You know, this blue pill conditioning of men tell them that, that you gotta be nice. Girls like nice guys, but they go after the bad boys, so to speak. So, anyways, females want the after movie life. They want to mess up and be forgiven and accept it. Alright? They want the after movie life. They want to mess up and be forgiven and accept it. Okay, you know what that is? They want to let the bad boys lie and cheat on them and probably get pregnant, you see? Have Pookie and Ray Ray's kids, so to speak, or Chad's and Brad's kids, or Juan's kids. Alright? They also don't know the difference between arrogance and confidence. They don't. They actually go for a guy who has nothing. You know what I mean? And when they become single moms, the good guys pass them up. Personal experiences, though I'm short, have amazing outgoing personality and very attractive. I have a strong moral compass that I strongly follow. Yet, for some reason, females already in a relationship flock to me to a fault. When they find out I won't be a bad boy, they get upset, even spiteful. As much I don't want to advocate the MGTOW red pill stuff. It is generally true, and it's funny that people who are following the men going their own way philosophy, it's teaching men that you support the brotherhood, lend a helping hand to the brotherhood, so to speak. The sisterhood, they can fend for themselves. And this is bothering them. They get passed up. I even had a little 18-year-old ask me for money. I flat out told her, I'm not an ATM machine, go get your own. Okay, a lot of females date bad boys because it takes pressure off them having to be good, which is generally a lot higher than the perception of average male. The pressure of any kind can add unwanted stress. Due to societal norms, they are supposed to be the nice ones, not you. Do you see the backwards look on this? Nice guys have been portrayed in the media having ulterior motives most of the times. Now, the media is the enemy of the people now. People just don't want to be played, and when it turns out the nice guy is actually genuine, people don't want to admit they were wrong, so they will make excuses, male or female. All right? Now, many females have the reverse of male where they are desired young but lose a desirability as they age, while the males tend to start undesirable as they age and get more established, generally speaking, for dating exclusively. Hot people don't learn humility early because the world wants them so soon in a time where they should be building character. Amen to this. So, learn to settle. Settling isn't bad. There are many females that are kind and caring and real in their expectation, or whatever you prefer. They tend to not be physically in the best looking, not ugly, and just towards a personal appeal. But as a young guy, we tend to get tunnel vision from our anatomy and looks become overrated once you see the hot chick with her makeup off. And you look at a lot of long time couples, they're both obese together but happy, okay? Well, they saw good worth in each other young. The man was a nice guy and the woman was traditional. And they grew old together. They're very happy. They go places together. They've been in long marriages together. You see? Hot people have options. Sadly, with option comes carelessness. Aren't you seeing where this is going? Also, as you get older, hopefully you start noticing that genuinely happy people just look way prettier and handsomer than a hot person. You cannot defeat biology. Okay? If he wants a bad boy, a diva over you, they ain't the one. It's plain and simple. No one's got time to be fighting the world for someone who would say yes to someone else in a heartbeat, and not saying don't make moves, but know the difference between shooting a shot and paying, not necessarily monetary, for a chance to get bullet, for a chance to shoot a shot. I hope you're seeing this. Oh, so now somebody else commented here and said, long and short of it, nice guys are boring. That's what they say. You cannot get an attractive girl to like you by being boring her. That's what being a nice guy does. I don't know about bad boys. I would personally slap them up the head, but you need to, do this, do that. It's why they call it game. So, now, okay, here you go. Generally speaking, right here, adolescent girls and women like the excitement that bad boys project. During this phase of their lives, bad boys allow girls to live a fantasy. Mostly the fantasy is harmless infatuation, and adolescent eventually fades and reality sets in. Unfortunately, during this period, good guys suck. Take to heart, be patient. Things will later change to the good guy's favor. And that is very, very good to see. And I'm going to go ahead and cover this. I think girls see dominance and confidence in bad boys. They think of how their babies will look. Maybe. The bad boys are usually hot because they actually jump in and give these girls' attention. I like nice guys who respect girls and take it slow. Do you see the little conclusion here? Someone says, I prefer not guys who are labeled too nice because I see a future with them. I also think they have the sparkliest personalities. They do. The media and the celebrities and Hollywood is portraying the nice guys as bad people. I think it should be the other way around. I appreciate the humbleness and modesty which the bad boys seem to like, other girls seem to dismiss at this age, 18. I don't care how hot a guy looks. If the most attractive guy in the world were to ask me out and have a crap personality that doesn't match mine, I would say no. Beauty is not permanent. Amen. It goes away with age. Find yourself a nice guy, girl who love you and not care what a bad boy girl does best and waste your time. So now we're going to go backwards on this, okay? Are you ready to dig into this? From my understanding, there's a certain age that girls do not understand the value of that a nice guy offers. For instance, a 16-year-old could care less if you have family raising values because she doesn't want a family. You will always hear a girl eventually say, I'm done with bad boys. I want a nice guy who has a job. That's because they finally figured out that nice guys are the ones who give them a steady life, help raise kids. And I also think that's why women tend to marry men older than them. It takes men a lot longer to mature. So there's a post about a marriage between a woman and a guy usually fail because a woman gets fed up having to support and take care of the family. Hey, now I'm going to go ahead and I know a bad boy. Bad boy hardly ever change. They don't. You cannot change leopard spots. Okay? Even if they change, it would be after they messed you up physically and mentally, and then one day they will realize they lost someone who really loved them. Alright? The bad boys pretend they miss you when you leave them. They will call you 100 times, send you all kinds of text messages, remind you the few happy things you have both had in the beginning, out of hundreds of thousands of bitter and tearful moments. All the heartbreaks, etc. They will tell you they regret their past actions. The truth is, they don't. That's how come most women are damaged. They pick these guys right here. They're damaged and they get damaged. These people are evil. They will try their best to make you fall into their hole. And you know what else? And when you decide not to give yourself into them again, he will find another good girl like you and ruin her every way possible. This cycle thus continues to infinity. Bad boys are cunning. If you ever know one, my best advice is stay away from them. So, now, you know what the difference between the bad boy and the good guys? Good guys are usually buttholes who think women owe them sex just for being nice to them. They see women as trophies, something you get just for having a phallus, and I can't stand them. Now, if you had to choose between a good guy and a bad boy, you'd be better off with a good guy because a good guy will be steady with you. And he'll eventually change his antics. And if the bad boys, you mean guys who change bedroom fun partners a lot, I don't have a problem with them. But if you talk about guys who want to play with girls' feelings and leave them after having bedroom fun, and then I have a problem with them, that's a huge one. Did you know that? So now if I had to choose between a good guy and an honest bad boy, I would say that the good guy is worse because the honest bad boy is at least acknowledge he's a bad boy and admits it, while the good guy keeps talking about how nice he is to females, how he deserves. And I have to disagree with this. We're going to see what the comments here. So, according to this guy right here, if say if you're an adult who lets them fall for someone without taking the time to build trust, you leave yourself vulnerable to manipulation. That's basically what that is. That bad boy is going to manipulate you and cunning and play with your feelings and stuff. Because if you respond to manipulation, you are okay. Because if you respond to manipulation, you are manipulative. You love to play mind games yourself, which in turn leaves you in shambles when someone you perceive of the higher value than you manipulates you, whether male or female. Anyways, so a year ago, someone named Sarah, and to be clear, the person asking this question, I've been in touch with both guys on those dilemma. The bad guy pretending to be a good guy is soul crushing. So being a good guy looking for bedroom fun, hot girls, and you get them anyways, there are a lot of them. Don't pretend to be a good guy when you're going to hit it and quit it. I'm glad these comments are kind of anonymous, but it's soul crushing. She's right. Your own need for bedroom fun, you don't need to hide your plan just to have bedroom fun. It's alright as long as you are honest about it. Plenty of girls who fall in that, who are into that stuff, so you're going to have bedroom fun one way or the other. Don't pretend to be something you're not. Hurts a lot of innocent people in the long run. So you sound like an honest guy looking for bedroom fun. Just own it. You're going to get bedroom fun for plenty of girls. Don't ruin the good ones. So this fellow from India or from okay, it depends. I turned myself into a person without principles or feelings. Kind of a psychopath who uses innocent girls. After that, I would feel I deserved all those rejection that came by for every shallow reason. I saw those girls literally going for bad boys over me. Every one of them said, "You're a good guy, but..." And I feel that after I used some of that innocent girl for bedroom fun, by lying, of course, I would feel better someday doing something that leaves you empty. But if I already feel empty, it should not hurt. So, about 11 months ago, somebody posted. I don't think good guys think that they're owed for this. They just want equal positive reaction from them, so to speak. Good guys are generally good. They're genuine. The good guy you are talking about was never good to begin with. It was a bad boy disguised as a good one, so to speak. So, and I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. So this is talk about in school. I find it anecdotal that I find a lot of girls at school talk more about class buttholes, and those buttholes get girlfriend fast. What's the why do girls seem lean toward them? They're teeny boppers, okay? They're going for the bad boys. They go for the guys that beat around on women and beat around on girls and lie and play with their feelings and manipulate them. You know what? And okay, welcome to society, dude. Girls forever been saying I want the nice guy, but they go for the butthole dude. Those nice guys finish last. It sucks, but true. If you want to change it, stop being nice. You should never change who you are. Just be patient. The right chick will come along. Really? So, probably many girls expect to be the ones flirted with. They asked out by the bad boys from what I experienced. How exactly to say it, how to say it, and that's what a girl wants. Girls aren't mature, just want that guy. They only see the movies that are buttholes but change for them. Personally, as a young girl, I lean toward bad boys. I admit to that. I reason for that, there's been many good and genuine guys that don't project their feelings before it's too late. Bad boys seem a bit more dangerous and interesting. Sadly, they still break hearts, and girls seem to think that they want. Yep, they want. They will. So, um, so yeah, there's the teeny boppers and the teeny boppers. All right, they just go and when they get 18, 19, 20, 20, all the way up to 25 or whatever, they still attracted to this. To me, this guy looks like a damn creep to me. Tattoos all over. I'm sorry to say, but he looks questionable. So it's the struggle every single woman over the age of 25 has gone through at one point or another. The inevitable soft curve of a nice guy in favor of a bad boy. It's not women are crazy. In fact, scientific evidence support why women are biologically attracted to bad boys before. Okay, But before we get all scientific, I want to let clear on the word bad boy. If you encountered one in real life, I'm pretty sure you concluded what that word means to you. I used to work with one. I can't stand him. He'll lay down with anything. He makes me sick to my stomach. If you encounter one in real life, you should have concluded what the word means to you. Okay, but for those who have not, allow me to give you a brief description. So, what is the bad boy? Why am I attracted to him? Urban Dictionary has many definitions of the word. Let's sum it up with all encompassing description of a boy who plays with girls' feelings and really doesn't like them, but would do or say anything to a girl once they hear to have bedroom fun with them or get something they want. Okay? I will introduce 3 categories of bad boys: the narcissist, the machiavellian, the psychopath, which make up a sector known as the dark triad. I'm going to point to a number of reasons for attraction to this type of guy. For starter, here is the perceived thrill of the chase or the potential risk of dating a forbidden fruit, which also seems thrilling. It's like we want something we know we shouldn't want to make us want it even more nonetheless. For the intent of the article, on this article, I want to stick to the facts, the scientific proof, in order to answer the age-old question: why do we find people that we know that are bad for us so damn attractive? The answer lies in a number of scientific studies. All right? And one other thing I want to say that is women are drawn toward men who possess desirable traits to pass on to their offspring. All right? Have you ever heard that phrase, alpha male? It dates back to the evolutionary theories of mate selection, in which individuals observe the characteristics of a potential mate before engaging in a relationship. This idea supports aptly the good genes theory, which hypothesizes that women are more likely to choose a mate with strong qualities such as physical fitness because they are more likely to increase reproductive success of their offspring. So to speak. All right? So, hormonal changes cause women to be attracted to certain type of men, especially the bad boys. Now, specifically certain times when a woman's cycle, typically when she's ovulating, she is more likely to be drawn to sexually attractive qualities such as specific facial features, dominant behaviors, according to a 2012 study by Chris Durante, that there is a research to the contrary, thank the Lord, okay. Marty Hasselton described her book, The Outside of Ovulation. Women or better judges of character and may opt for a man who is more responsible, nurturing, and attentive to her needs. However, temptation to satisfy her craving still exists. So when the options of a slice of cheese in a slice of cheese pizza, we tend to choose the one that will satisfy our appetite. Okay? The thrill of the chase. All right? This metaphor refers to what psychologists and communication theorists call attachment theory. The attachment theory seeks to explain the link between behaviors in child-parent relationships and adult romantic relationships. While there are 4 attachment styles, the anxious avoidant combination best describes some men's attraction to bad boys. In this stance, the avoidant personality type sends mixed signals to their anxious partner. For example, he will take hours, even days, to respond to your text. If it's something simple as, what WYD, what are you doing? Or he enjoys spending time with you as long as it's late at night inside the house, but never out in public. Each time you engage in an interaction with him, your attachment system is activated, and you're only comforted when your lover employs a mediocre act of affection to assure you he cares and reestablish your trust. However, this exercise is equivalent to putting a band-aid on a war wound, as this is only a quick fix. Over time, you become fixated on the bursts of emotions associated with a partner's run-of-the-mill actions. Meanwhile, your brain equates these anxiety-induced feelings into chemistry of passion and love. So, the dark triad of personality, the narcissist, Machiavellian, and the psychopathic. So, with this being said, and we're going to go ahead and dive more into this. We're going to talk about this. I'm sure you heard your fair share of narcissistic lovers. Have you heard of Machiavellism and psychopathic traits? The charming cluster makes up what's known as the dark triad. In short, the narcissist is known for their grandiose behavior, while the Machiavellian personalities are considered to be master manipulators, and psychopaths are characterized by being empathy deficient. Typically, individuals in this group prefer short-term flings rather than serious relationships. Thus, their initial efforts to attract a mate may seem to be extremely attractive as they pull out all the stops at the beginning. Additionally, this may seem fair. Research maintain that individuals who possess dark triad personality traits also possess physical features that makes them more attractive. Okay? So, excuse me. The narcissist, most narcissists can be spotted for behavior features such as grandiosity, need for admiration, and inflated self-image, according to Dr. Gregory Carter, a psychologist specialized in narcissistic personality disorder, or narcissists in particularly exhibit charisma, charm, and tend to be well dressed. Moreover, these individuals indulge in efforts to make themselves more appealing, using these strengths to object their affection's weakness. Good news is that our attraction to people with dark triad characteristics are often short-lived once the nature of their true identity is revealed. Excuse me. Now, Machiavellism, in regards to attachment style, the Machiavellism scores high on a dismissive avoidance scale. Studies have revealed these individuals are skilled liars, egocentric lovers, or very successful in manipulative behaviors. But as far as romantic relationship goes, these individuals score low in emotional attachment, thus making it hard for them to invest in their partners. Do you see where this is going? Now, psychopath. Okay, moments of transparency here in my mind. Whenever I thought the word psychopath, I heard in the full background music of the Twilight Zone. That's far from reality what it means to be diagnosed as a psychopath. While I'm not a medical doctor or licensed to treat anyone with a mental or medical illness, I hold a master's degree in applied communication that my educational pursuits may led me to research characteristics of these individuals at a great length, okay? That's what this is saying right here on this article, okay? But I could tell you that these people on the spectrum lack the ability to care about others. They react favorably to high impulses of being in control and are thrill seekers according to studies I read. This can be equated to risky behavior when it comes to dating and mating, and these individuals often behave erratically in sexual matters. So, the reason you're attracted to bad boys here. All right, hear me out on this. The irony in dating a bad boy is the perception he will be strong enough to keep us safe. He won't. He's going to play with your emotions, play with your feelings, and lie to you and cheat on you. As we've seen, this idea of the tough guy in movies are adopted in this fantasy from our favorite music artists. We hope it apply to us. Sad reality, that's fantasy La La Land. Okay? Sad reality, these men aren't equipped to protect us because they're the one causing us harm. Perhaps the most damning reason our flawed attraction to bad boys that our picker needs a tune-up. So say what now? Hear me out on this. All right? So, there's a woman at one time chose a bad boy in her life who did not care for her, wrecked her car, put her in a hospital. Okay? She lost everything behind him. She lost everything. Her credit, she had an imputed judgment. She got bad credit. She's chasing bad boys. She's like 19, 20, 21 years old. She got pregnant, miscarried. Still chasing that bad boy though. One day it's going to come to where she's going to hit that wall in life. That major wall. They're going to ghost on her. They're going to get invisible. So mark my words on this. So we're going to go ahead and continue on and just read this article. So I'm suggesting you to be more interested in a project than a partner, right? If I'm correct, this would explain why we continue carrying on with men we know they're bad for us. Even when knowing we know how it's going to end, we still hold out hope. Listen, It's because that guy is cute. He could have felonies. Looks don't mean a damn thing, right? Sometimes even we see the bright red flags, we proceed granted with caution down a dangerous road and hope that it will be a smooth ride. I once saw a meme that said she was the type of woman that makes an unprepared man ask God to prepare him, and I think that it's an unrealistic idea to begin with. So why put yourself in harm's way thinking you can change the bad boy? Do you see where I'm going at with this? And at the same time, I believe some women secretly hold on to this notion when dating these emotionally unavailable men. We realize that odds are against us, but we feel like we can't get them to commit. They ain't gonna commit, but it feels rewarding to us. Moreover, we get them to change their bad boy ways. They ain't gonna change. For some reason, way it validates the power of our womanhood. It doesn't work. Tragic into this idea is how it substantiates our worst fears. When he doesn't choose us, we end up feeling like we're the ones not enough. To the women out there attracting bad boys, they ain't gonna change. And for the love of God, please get your head out of the media. Get your head out of the celebrity's backside. Get your head out of Netflix. Get your head out of the TV's backside. Because what they're showing you on how to do a relationship, such as Grey's Anatomy, Sex and the City, all that baloney right there, it's only leading the women down the wrong road in life. It's leading you the wrong road in life. And you think that right now, what's on TV, you can apply it in real life. Listen, it's not going to work. All right? Learning to curb this attraction is going to take time. Remember, I mentioned that your attachment system becomes activated by the drama of going back and forth with your lover. Drama is what's the... Listen, drama is what destroys happiness. This happens over the course of weeks, months, and in some cases years. You don't expect your desires to disappear overnight. One of the first things you need to do is recognize when your attachment triggers are at play. Get clear about what you're feeling. Oftentimes we get so accustomed to dysfunction in relationship that it's almost normal. It's not. And might I interject what we should not normalize this behavior. And this is how women get damaged and require years of individual therapy to undo the damage these bad boys have done in the past. Did you know that? In the same way that certain activities activate your attachment system, there are also deactivating strategies that can help you turn your attention away from a person. Instead of focusing on how good the bedroom fun is, replace those thoughts with how bad the communication is. Amen. When you're tempted to meet up for a Netflix and chill season, remember how bad you felt last time they ghosted you for days after you hooked up. Learn to employ these strategies so you can outgrow your attraction to boys and finally get a man. Be advised, the same way you're learning to break the cycle of this relationship, the bad boys is also going to take notes, learning which strategy is most effective to lure you back in and continue with his bad boy behavior. So stay awake. And also take this. Why do women go out with deadbeat losers? Alright? Men are dogs. So you give us an inch, we'll take a mile. But if you put us on a leash, we'll gnaw it off. And even go more crazy once we're free. There's a fine line, there's a fine balance between loving your man and smothering your man. The question some people have is, why do women go out with deadbeat losers? I'm gonna blow this up, and I'm gonna blow this up, and we're gonna talk about this, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and continue on talking about, countless posts. All right, there are countless posts online where women complain about their deadbeat boyfriends for never paying for anything, never buying them gifts, always playing video games all day long while living in their parents' basement, never holding onto a job for more than a year to save their lives. Yet these women still latch on, hoping they one day change their man for the better. Okay, what makes these boys attractive? What makes them attractive? They won't even hold a job. They're playing video games in the basement. What makes them attractive? Are you seeing where I'm talking about this? I mean, there are men out there going out and going to work. All right? It's just weird that with a male population of 3.5 billion, a woman will settle for a deadbeat loser. Then again, deadbeat losers are everywhere. The reason why women go out with deadbeat losers, why in the world would you want to do that? Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute. No, he's not. And also, get this. Settling for a deadbeat loser is like settling for a job you hate. And there are way too many people who hate their jobs and keeps on doing them. Just like there are way too many women who settle for men who treat them poorly. Right here. Here it is, right here. It's written in stone. So what is it about non-ideal situation makes us keep carrying on, doing nothing to change? If you hate your job, get laid with a nice severance check in hand. All right? My theory is that in the beginning, most women don't know how a guy is a deadbeat loser. He probably is reasonably attractive and tells a good story about his current situation, his ambition. Obviously, he will be on his best behavior during the wooing process. Are you seeing this? It might take 1 week, it might take many months until a consummation is made. Guys can be very charming, By the time a woman hooks up with a guy and only afterward, she will see his true colors. And here you go. Her oh shit movement comes at a time when she's given everything to him, as we are generally all optimists. A woman can believe that she can still salvage the relationship and change him for the better. Listen, unfortunately, no matter how hard she tries, she cannot teach a gorilla how to put down a toilet seat, pay for a dinner, write her sweet notes of nothing. And it's too late. Eventually, the relationship fades. In retrospect, every woman who's gone out with a deadbeat loser realizes the case. I don't know what I was thinking is the phrase that always comes up with. Did you know that? Why do women settle for deadbeat losers? Number one, we don't believe we are worthy. All those that believe the reason why we settle for someone suboptimal is because we are not deserving of more. This is utterly disappointing and ludicrous. You don't deserve to be mistreated or taken advantage of, ever. You deserve to have someone love you back as much as you love them. For those who ask for promotion, gets promotion. You must adopt a growth mindset to build wealth to get what you want. If you don't believe you deserve to be with someone, you probably won't be. Okay? So, number two, we're afraid to be alone. Life isn't worth living if there's nobody special to share it with. Are you getting this? Okay. I'd rather be alone with a median age wage person who loved one than be a lonely billionaire in the long run. It's irrational to think you will die alone given the population of the world today. Every day we have the opportunity to meet 100 people if we want to. It just takes initiative. You see? Oh, get this. Number three, we think we teach a dog how to speak. No, you cannot teach a dog how to speak. All they do is bark and whimper and whine and smile. There are five must-haves such as humor, compassion, motivation, spontaneous, and cultured. And he has 3 out of 5. The temptation to settle perhaps over time. You believe he able to develop the other two must have and be the ideal guy? No. You may be able to change it for the better. It's hardly ever the case. The problem is the thought process that he actually might lose one of the 3 must-haves, and you're really going to feel bitter for wasting your precious youth on him. Are you seeing where this is going? Huh? Are you seeing where this is going right now? Oh, wow. Number 4, we're afraid to get hurt. We're afraid to get hurt, right? If we never try meeting other people, we will never get rejected. It's truly disheartening when someone else doesn't show you the same interest as you shown them. Guys get rejected left and right because of some reason. Society has told us we always have to initiate. Okay? Rejection doesn't get that much easier to deal with after a while. Instead, we settle for what we have or just being alone. That's sad because time is now on the side. The older women get, the smaller the pool, since women refuse to be with men younger with them, whereas everything goes for the guys. The guy's right there. Oh, he's too nice. Oh, he's boring. Really? You never give him a chance, right? But whenever you hit the wall at the age of 30 or 35 or 40, and you can't make children, and then you start going through menopause and you say, oh, I can't find me a man. Well, you just let yourself get passed around by bad boys. It's like a gerbil in a cage on a wheel. Oh, get this. We're losers ourselves. I never thought about this until readers keep on mentioning that deadbeat women tend to go out with deadbeat men. Wow! Society always sees men as losers, right? And women as misguided. So I guess there's equality for all, after all. Read the 175 plus comments so far on this page for fascinating perspective from both men and women. Oh, you know what else? Oh, the good men are always taken. Did you know that? One of the best excuses women tell me for not wanting to be with an attractive guy who has all she wants is that she's afraid she won't be able to hang on to him. She's afraid other women will be all over him, which seriously stresses her out. She's also afraid as she grows older, he'll stop wanting to be with her. Deadbeat losers don't change much. Here's the thing, ladies. Men's libido decline the older we get. It is the friendship that we cherish more, not the sexual activities the older we get. Did you get that? Not wanting to be with the hottest and the nicest woman possible is hard for men to understand. But we men think it's better to have a love and lost than to have never loved at all. Guys also love it when their woman gets all the attention from other guys. So true. I guess it's because guys ignorantly believe their women will never cheat on them. Of course, no women cheat on men as much as men cheat on women. Did you know that? Here's a detail. Okay. Now, listen. You want a good man? He ain't gonna be at no goddamn club. He's not gonna run to a club. He's not gonna run to a beer joint. You're not gonna find a good man at a club or a beer joint. You're not gonna find a good man, I mean, you do whatever you want, woman that's listening to this. You do whatever you want. But if you're going to sit here and stress over a guy that probably isn't taking, you're just wasting your time and energy. Go up to him, talk to him, strike up a simple conversation. Offer him a cup of coffee or ask if you can sit at his table. Something. Initiate the move to try to find a better man, because there are likely millions of people who wish they had better. You have really no fear of finding someone you're compatible with. Only one way to improve your potential of finding someone is to develop a better personality. Amen. Personality is everything, okay? If you come up to a man acting masculine, you're going to turn him off. Oh, online dating sites have increased your probability tenfold thanks to just several clicks of a button. You can search for that compatible someone. Compare the scope now versus 20 years ago. It's night and day. But you don't know who you are meeting off that website. Settling, all right, settling is such a weak thing to do. It screams of insecurity. You have right to be happy because someone out there would truly value who you really are. Are you taking note? Are you taking note of this? Are you taking note of this? Seriously, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you don't have someone to share it with, if you don't have a love partner, I highly recommend you spend more time working on finding the great partner. And soulmate thing is a perfectly, you know, I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you read this. I'm gonna let you read this because this here is actually going to open your eyes, all right, so to speak. So, anyways, I'm gonna conclude this video on bad boys, and thank you very much for listening. And peace out.